Hey now, say now, what's up, solar system? It's your girl, Righteous Soul. And a moment ago, I just finished watching Chris Sale's video. So, this particular video isn't a reaction, a visual reaction, it's a verbal one. And if it reaches no one else, no other subscribers, I just need it to reach Chris Sales. I don't think we're at a point where it's the everybody hates Chris thing. I think it comes down to maturity now and an admission of guilt if there is one. So, Chris. So the message in this particular video is aimed at what I would tell someone like Chris if I were his friend or family member or loved ones or just someone who just so happens to be a YouTuber who is not just concerned, but who wants him to know it isn't a everyone ganging up on you thing, because you have plenty of supporters that are in your corner. What it is now is you're having too much fun playing back and forth with reacting to Clarence, reacting to you, reacting to him. All right. So at this point, you have children in your life. And I think a lot of people who are trying to react to these videos, there are a few reasons people are reacting to these different videos. Some people are just simply trying to get a bag, trying to make bank. Clarence actually being one of them. And two, I think that's his way of kind of semi-addressing and entertaining you at the same time. So it's kind of like a 50-50 with him. He's humored by you, but then two, I mean, because you're entertaining, and then two, he is trying to still throw in there some bits of advice. And so because it's not the place of people who don't know you to try to encourage you in any way, but it is important that I think you know that for those of us tuning in who have now gathered different pieces of the story, which goes back years and years to you and Queen, I think at this point, one, you have to respect that she has another man in her life. And at this point, you are being disrespectful when you are not treating it as such. There is no reason you should be under the shade room or under anyone's post saying put Queen in the twerking contest. Period. That's none of your business, first of all. And two, that's no longer your business, second of all. Right? So I think we start there. Two, CJ, an artist, are needing the dad that they can depend on, who is level-headed and thinking clearly. When drama is surrounding your name, it's very hard to be level-headed or thinking clearly, yet alone trying to be the all-American dad, so to speak. You know, it's very hard to do that. And I'm not a parent, so I can't tell you how to parent. I would never even utter the words. But what I do know, after working with youth and youth development for over 10 years, what I do know is that there are a lot of youth who have parents but don't have parents, if that makes sense. And I need that to sink in for you, because now this video won't be because about you reacting to Clarence anymore. Y'all have fun doing that. We've seen it. You know, he even cordially addresses you as king. You know, I don't even believe in putting king and queen titles on just anybody, but I saw that as a form of respect for him. He was saying, listen, king, you know, you're entertaining, but I'm throwing my little bits of advice in there. But then there was another video where he was basically saying, listen, it ain't a joke. You could see it on his face. He was no longer playing. You know, you editing out those things just to keep from addressing them is just putting a lot of dirt under a rug that is just going to continue to pile up. I think we, the people, do need to see Chris Sales admit his role in the debacle. And that does not mean you have to admit that you put your hands on her if you didn't. But if you did, at this point, that is what people are asking you to address, because it's the one thing you are avoiding. You are addressing Clarence calling you soft before you even answered the question about if you did it. And when you did answer it, you did a deflection thing, and you're the king of deflection at this point. And I'm new to watching you, but I went back and I started watching you and Queen's old videos. I like it. I like it, and I hate for her that, you know, there has to be such an ending with the father of your children, you know. So I commend you for getting into YouTube, for leading the way for those you've led the way for, and for giving game to the people around you. So I want you to know that this is not all salt. This video is not sprinkled with just salt. It has sugar in it. And it is so you don't take it all like salt. And it also is because it's true. I went back to the old videos because I remember on some of the recent ones, people commenting, oh, I miss you and Queen when y'all had y'all channel together. But that lady has moved on. She is now a successful R&B singer, and she has to flourish in that platform. And the way that she does that is by having the support of the people in her life. And then two, there's a king that keeps having to fight you in a way, fight you in a way, every time you try to cross her throne, so to speak. And it's his right, because that's who he's backing her every single time. He said that already. And so now, Chris, at this point, I would hope for you to find a love, for you to find someone that you can cherish like that. If Clarence and Queen situation did nothing else, it should show you that there is love after distress. You know, there is love after heartbreak, that you can find someone. But you are leading a trail of tears. And I don't know how to say this, but there is a way for you to smile too in this. Not, oh, I'm getting my bag, That's not the way I want you to smile alone. I want you to know that everybody doesn't hate Chris. In fact, I don't hate you. I am trying to be as unbiased as possible. But the hard part about trying to be unbiased means that there may be a little bias in it, and it's only because I'm watching you continuing to throw little pebbles at something that requires something bigger. This is a mountain that you alone can get over. You have children that are watching you. You have fans and supporters that are watching you. You have a dope following, Chris. So everyone does not hate you. I'm watching your supporters. I'm watching them get on Clarence. I'm watching them get on Queen. I'm watching them. And I said all that to say, before I addressed you, I wanted to be able to hear you out. So I just watched your most recent video, and I'm able to hear you out, and I still didn't hear you. Brother, when you do release that music video and that new song that admitting your faults, or admitting you're wrong, I think is the name of it, congratulations on being able to get that out, because I know that's part of the battle, is getting it out. And now you're about to release it in the form in which you know best, music, right? So that's where you thrive. That's where you go in and get your motivation. Don't count on people to give that to you, because people will fail you every time. I know you said you had your mom, and when you were watching Clarence react to Shamika and Tamika TV, shout out to them, because I did watch their video where where Tamika even gave you credit for your what you call a diss song, He Ain't Me. She actually said that joint was slapping, if I'm using the terminology correctly. I know I'm from Memphis, so we don't say slapping, but it was dope. You know, she gave you credit, and you basically kind of disrespected her even in that other video where you said, I ain't gonna listen to that girl, she don't like me, type of thing. Or my mama told me she always, you know, lifting Clarence them up and not you. Your mom should have also told you that if she was telling the whole truth and not being biased, also she should have told you that lady did give you credit. And what I want you to know here is, I'm about to end this video, but Chris, at the end of the day, you have to live with you. You have to live with the things you've done, the things you've said, not just to Queen, but to people. And you don't owe anyone an explanation in that sense. You owe people an explanation because you are living a life that's, and almost in a way, omitting and deflecting from the answers that people are demanding of you. When you do have fans and supporters and people who know the truth from inside sources, or they were there themselves and they're telling the stories, you have to also know that as someone in the spotlight, you will have to answer to someone about something someday. So I'm saying you can do it in your own way, but I don't think Clarence should accept a meetup with you. Let's be cool, a truce, until you've apologized to his queen, your former queen. And I think that she deserves that, if nothing else, simply because you are kind of dragging her in things. You are continuing to throw. When you went to the shade room or wherever you went to say put queen in the twerking contest, that was a violation, sir. There are principles at work here, and you are violating. And I get Clarence be trying to see who in the background of your videos. We all be watching, so you got to keep in mind people are watching you. And I get you may not. You said in one of your other videos, hey, I don't know how to talk, or I don't speak clearly. So so pardon me. I can forgive you for that. My mom raised the wordsmith. I'm a poet. I perform. I battle, and I get up there and I do it with the utmost confidence. My mom would get up in church and stutter her whole way through either a testimony or the program she was reading off, and I was kind of embarrassed for her out there. Not ashamed of her, but embarrassed, because I wanted her to have the same confidence and the same strength that she gave me before she passed. And so I wanted her to have that. And I didn't want people laughing when she was trying to get her point across or couldn't. I just was like, wow, that's my mom. But I'm brave, and I can get up there and I can be confident. That don't mean I'm not nervous. So I said all that to say, no one's judging you if you can't find the right words. I'm just saying, I salute you in finding the right words so that you can address this situation. And I'm not rushing you, but I don't think Clarence should accept a meetup with you until you've apologized to Queen, to CJ, to yourself, and then to Clarence. And then y'all figure out how to make it work for the sake of the children involved. And then you never look back on these days again. People will bring it up, and people will be like, I wouldn't have forgiven him, or I would have never. It doesn't matter, as long as Clarence and his household and you decide, hey, we're going to bring this thing together for the greater good, then that's all I would look at and support. And then pray for yourself, dude, or king, as Clarence would say. Pray for yourself, and pray for your family, and pray that you have the right guidance, and talk to your mom, ask her for advice. Because if you have friends right now and none of them are telling you anything that I've said in this video, you don't have friends right now. All right. Hey guys, thank you for watching. But if you are a Chris and you watch this, I hope it reaches you. What's from the heart should reach the heart. I hope you don't block that out. I hope you don't consider this as hating. I hope you understand that I want for you a queen that you can put in the spotlight, one that you can salute and give so many praises to as well, and mean them. But right now it's your time to work on you, to get better for you. And then there'll come a time where a young lady is going to knock you off your feet. You're talented, you're good looking, you have a lot of things going for yourself, but character has to be the first thing that you have going for yourself. And people need you to address some things, and your character will have to speak now. All right guys, thank you for tuning in. This is for one person. This message was for one person, and then it was for the many versions of Chris that are out into the world. All right, Clarence, don't accept that proposal to meet up, to link, to be cordial until there's an apology. And Chris, don't take this as an offense. I need you to understand that I mean well when I say this, and someone needs to be telling you these things. All right, y'all forgive me. My scars are still healing from the accident, but I want you guys to subscribe to my page. If you come across some stuff you like, share it, comment, talk to me, because I talk back. And for every YouTuber out there trying to make it, trying to get to these spots where some of these platforms where the Chris's and the Clarences dwell, I wish you all nothing but the best. I know we'll get there if we stick to our truth. And then for those of you already there, continue to shine a light so that we can follow that path. All right, Remember, I know it's my world, you know it's my world, but it isn't a world without you in it. That's how I keep turning. I need you guys. All right, you already know what's next. Hey now, say now, and we're out.